Hello, Pre-AP English 2. Are you ready to write a rhetorical analysis? Get ready and hold on. The instructions and the speech for this assignment are located in Schoology, and the file is in Microsoft Word, so you should just follow along for right now. Okay, our goal is to write a rhetorical analysis this week on the speech on education by Sir Ken Robinson. You will see if you click on this link, which I'm not going to do, but you can click on it and watch it and listen to this British man speak. That's what I was getting ready to say. He is British. And you will find some of these rhetorical devices within. Allusion, if you don't know what these mean, look it up. Allusion, humor, comparison, hyperbole, etc. So my advice is to select about 3 to 5 to discuss in detail. Allusion, humor, comparison. Your organization structure is right here. And after you read and annotate the speech very carefully, you will write an introduction and a thesis. In the introduction, sum up the speech, state what the main point of it is, and add the thesis at the end. Remember, a rhetorical analysis does not include your reactions, opinions, perceptions, thoughts, feelings, etc. on this topic. You're simply analyzing what someone else has said about this topic and how they have said it. That's really the most important part. How do they convey this information on education? All right, in the second paragraph, discuss the effect of one rhetorical device. Don't just stop at one example and run away. Get into it, dig, find an example and show how it contributes to the speech as a whole. Then find another example and another one. Try to find 3 of each rhetorical device. So I'm going to do that. Let's look at the first one. Okay, here we go in the second paragraph. The author is talking about education, and he concedes that there is a major climate crisis, hence the reference up there to Al Gore, who, as you may know, is a spokesperson for the climate crisis and global warming. So yes, he says there's a climate crisis, and then in the second sentence of that paragraph, I'm going to highlight this to indicate his figurative comparison to the climate of education. In other words, the education weather is pretty severe, he says. It is stormy. So I'm going to annotate this text right now. I go to the review tab and I click new comment. So I'm going to insert a comment over here, and I'm going to say something like climate is in danger in education as well as the environment. And you can see that I've made a few other notes about the climate. It's just as serious as any global warming issue. It is an appropriate comparison. It is used figuratively to indicate this sense of urgency that we don't have an indefinite amount of time to save the environment. We don't have an indefinite amount of time to save the, quote, climate of education. Okay, moving down, I'm going to do my search feature to find another word that's figurative and powerful, and that is tyranny. There we go. Okay, bingo. So I go here. I thought I was. Tyranny. Okay. Tyranny of common sense. So read this more carefully than what I'm showing you, but he says the great problem for reform is the tyranny of common sense. Tyranny, the dictator of common sense. So this is his emotional statement on common sense, that common sense is tyrannical because it kills the creative spirit of education. Okay, so there are two annotations there for you to go by. You want to first go through this and annotate any rhetorical devices. I'm looking right here. Here is an allusion to Abraham Lincoln. Okay, so that's a whole other topic. That would be in another paragraph, but we look at what he says about Lincoln and decide if we want to include that in our essay or not. Good luck, and we will see you in class.